Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Stuart C. Siegel Center on the campus of Virginia Commonwealth University to the commencement exercises of Thomas Dell's class of 2025. A reminder to you that today's ceremony is a formal ceremony in which we honor each student for attaining this educational milestone. As such, we ask you to conduct yourself in an appropriate fashion. Please silence your communication devices and cell phones. Please remain seated during the ceremony and refrain from loud outbursts that may distract from other families' enjoyment of this important day. At this time, we ask for everyone to rise for the procession of the class of 2025.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118 Please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Thomas Dale JROTC Color Guard and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the singing of the national anthem. Please join me in honoring America with our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Please be seated. On behalf of the class of 2025, I want to welcome you to the 117th commencement exercise for Thomas Dale High School. Great afternoon, everyone. To faculty, family, friends, and above all, the graduating class of 2025. I am more than proud to say that we made it. It's been a long time coming, as we all know, so let's continue to be excited for this very moment that opens those tall doors to our future. For some of us, these tall doors seem daunting. For others, they seem long overdue. But for a second, let's pause where we are and shed some gratitude on where we've been as a class before we go rushing out of these doors. Our freshman year was the first in-person school year since the pandemic of 2020. On top of coming back to school after a year plus out, We walked straight into high school, and I think we deserve some kudos for that. There have been awkward icebreakers. We all got lost around main campus at least once. And we've all shared the feeling that high school might last forever after a long first semester. But it didn't. And there have been so many enjoyable moments throughout these 4 years that made them fly by. As your class president, I've had the privilege of serving a class of extraordinary people, truly. It's been an honor to plan your events and many breakfasts, speak on your behalf, bring your ideas and voices into every decision we made. I've listened, I've learned, and I've grown because of you. So I want to thank you for trusting me with this role. I want to thank my council for all they've contributed, their diligence and their support throughout the year. Would like to thank my parents. It was always worth it, being greatest life honors so far. So before we go our separate ways, I just want to leave you with this. The best way to enjoy life is with gratitude. Intentional gratitude brings you balance. You have to embrace it as a whole and embrace it. Show gratitude. To me, life is easier to understand with analogies. So here's one for you. In the sense of good and bad, light and dark, if all 24 hours of the day were lit by the sun, we would never know the breathtaking feeling of finally watching the sun rise. As Erykah Badu once said, the bad things in life open your eyes to the good things you weren't paying attention to. Think about it, let it marinate. We don't need to have all the answers right now. We don't need to have our entire life figured out. What we need is courage to ask questions, to take risks, to have faith within ourselves when things don't go according to plan. So today, as we toss our caps and turn our tassels, let's carry more than just memories. Let's carry the belief that our time here mattered and that the best parts of who we are and who we can become are still ahead of us. To the class of 2025, congratulations. Here's to the versions of ourselves we have yet to meet. May they be kind, courageous, and unapologetically grateful. Thank you. At this time, we would like to acknowledge some of our biggest supporters within state and local government, as well as Chesterfield County Public Schools. The Honorable Ann C. Coker, Bermuda District School Board Representative. The Honorable Jim A. Engel, Bermuda District Representative of the Board of Supervisors. The Honorable Carrie E. Coyner, Delegate, 62nd House District. Dr. John Murray, Superintendent of Schools for Chesterfield County. Deputy Superintendent of Schools for Chesterfield County. Dr. Monique Booth, Chief of Schools for Chesterfield County. Dr. Sharon Pope, Chief Academic Officer for Chesterfield County. And Dr. Belinda Merriman, Director of High School Leadership for Chesterfield County. Special thanks to our Thomasdale High School administration, Dr. Anthony McLaurin, our principal, Dr. Janine Grabham, associate principal, Dr. John Green, assistant principal, Mrs. Heidi Hicks, assistant principal, Mr. Jeffrey Milner, assistant principal, Ms. Catherine Mazzola, assistant principal, Mrs. Nashara Cade, Dean of Students, Ms. Kendall Chase, Dean of Students. Thank you for sharing this event with us. At this time, our superintendent, Dr. Murray, will deliver remarks to the class.
Well, thank you, Kayla. I think it's easy to see why you were elected by your peers to serve as senior class president. So, job well done. Well, good afternoon. Well, yes, indeed. What a joy it is to be together to collectively share in the excitement of this ceremony, the culmination of 13 years of effort by our graduates throughout their K-12 academic journey. So, soon-to-be graduates, job well done. Before I offer remarks, I have the privilege of continuing a tradition in CCPS of awarding 2 superintendent scholarships valued at $1,000 at each graduation this week. These scholarships have been kept confidential until now, so we all get to be a part of this surprise. So to the 2 students whose name I call, please come forward to the stage and join Dr. Mack up here to receive your scholarship. So our 2 students are Trinity Johnson and Harper Seiferman. Trinity is an exceptional young lady and scholar. She will attend UVA in the fall to major in nursing. Her goal is to become a traveling nurse with a concentration in the senior community. She is a member of multiple honor societies, NHS, Spanish NHS, Science NHS, in addition to the Key Club and HOSA. You can come up. Yep, love to have you. Additionally, she is well-rounded and accomplished outside of school, earning a black belt in martial arts. She is wonderful. She is a wonderful addition to our Thomasdale community. Next up, we have Harper Seiferman. Harper is a member of Thomasdale Specialty Center for Fine and Performing Arts. She is a stellar artist and desires to pursue art education at VCU in the fall. She is a movie enthusiast, loves to create through her art and travel as well. Congratulations to Trinity and Harper. To our dignitaries, platform guests, and to all of our parents, my colleagues, and special guests who help to shape and grow this impressive group of graduates assembled before us, it is my pleasure and extreme honor to celebrate the occasion of this day with each of you. Our students are better prepared for life beyond the high school finish line because of your efforts, dedication, pushing, pulling, and praying. So thank you to the folks on the wings. In the spirit of continuing tradition, I would like to open by honoring all of our current and veteran service members joining us today. So if you are serving or have served, please stand to be recognized, remain standing, and be appreciated for your service to our country. At this time, I ask that those individuals remain standing and join me in welcoming into your courageous fraternity any soon-to-be graduates who plan to join a service branch after high school. Will those students please stand? Indeed, you are all a special group of self-sacrificing patriots, and we are deeply grateful to each of you. Thank you. You may be seated. Students, I would like to offer some advice as you pivot from this moment into the expectations of adulthood. It's a magical land where seat time and advisory periods cannot rescue you from missed days or assignments. A place that expects responsibility and accountability, yet desires compassion and consideration. And I can tell you that there is no group more prepared to face the challenges of adulting than graduates from Thomasdale High School. Today, I would like to focus my message on seeking fulfillment, as fulfillment is what will bring you contentment, happiness, and a determined purpose. In my opinion, fulfillment is achieved when you find yourself at the intersection of your life's desire and your life's reality. If I'm to fully subscribe to that opinion, then you all have been great contributors to the individuals on this stage and seated to your left and right of our own sense of fulfillment as our life's desire to work alongside and encourage young people to outgrow their potential and realize new heights has become our life's reality. And for your part in that, we want to not only thank you, but to also encourage each of you to go and do likewise. Find what fulfills you, what you are passionate about, what no one else can do quite as well as you can. And then dive in and create a ripple that will long outlast your lifetime. I've often talked with students about living life with their legacy in mind, and fulfillment in life is an investment in your own legacy, because the inspiration from how you live also directs the steps of those whom you impact and influence along your journey. So as you move forward in life, always find time to reach back and help someone else along. A story from my early years as a teacher often reminds me of this point and grounds me in my desire to make each interaction count and in living a fulfilled life. It was February when my principal moved a student into my 7th grade history class who was returning from a lengthy suspension. I had my work cut out for me, no doubt. My students were working on Black history projects and had been asked to pick an individual from a prescribed list to avoid a bunch of similar presentations. MC, as I will refer to him, was not satisfied with any of the remaining selections and told me he wanted to report on the late rapper Tupac because he too wanted to pursue rapping and a career in music. I had a choice: dig in my heels or build a bridge to connect with MC. I told him I'd allow it, but on one condition, which was that I too was going to do a report on Tupac, and the class would get to decide whose was better. The loser had to buy lunch. So we shook on it. And the following week, it was showtime. I went first. I crushed it. I was so good, the other students were telling MC to just take the loss. But he refused. He stepped in front of the class without any presentation visuals or note cards to assist, and for the next 4 minutes, he rapped the life story of Tupac. And I was left feeling never more thrilled to lose a bet than I was that day, as MC's classmates gave a ruckus ovation for his performance. From there, our rapport with each other only deepened. So fast forward a year, I sat in the back of a cold church in Gilpin Court for the funeral service of MC's mother, lost at 32 years old. I handed his grandmother, now a mother of 4 all over again, my phone number in the event I could ever be of any help. A few months later, my phone rang, and MC's grandmother informed me that he had begun the initiation phase to join a gang. He and I met up and talked, and as I drove away reflecting on our conversation, it hit me that he didn't necessarily want to join a gang. Rather, he wanted to belong and feel cared about the way his mother had provided. He needed to be reminded of his purpose. When MC and I met up again, I reminded him of that day in my history class when he rapped his report. We talked about Tupac's tribute song, Dear Mama, and I asked that as Mother's Day approached, he take time to write some new verses from the perspective of his own mother and what she would want for him. The following week, MC shared his verses with me, and none of what he wrote mentioned gangs or crime. Rather, verse after verse was rooted in the hope that he would follow his dreams and use his adversities and struggles as a hammer to break through his barriers and not as an excuse to head down a crooked path. MC is now a 33-year-old former almost gang member and a successful musician, several albums. Since that day, 18 years ago, MC still calls me, but only one time each year, Mother's Day. And each time we hang up, just as with the other day, the first thing I can't help but always think is that there cannot be too many other middle-aged white guys from the suburbs who catch a call from a rapper in the Bronx on Mother's Day. Because, students, the reality is that race and creed and economic status and even past experiences, they only hinder our ability to create lasting relationships with others if we choose them to. The human spirit craves a connection far beneath our surfaces, and if we choose care and compassion and always seek to preserve the dignity in others, things we should give willingly and freely, we will create deep, meaningful interactions that will positively impact the lives of those around us and thereby transform society. Students, as you move through life, please remember this. If you give your true and complete selves to whatever it is you do, it will give you back so much more. I will always look forward to Mother's Day and my phone call from MC. You see, while my efforts were targeted to shifting his trajectory away from seeking belonging in the wrong place, he also shifted mine, implicitly encouraging and inspiring me to be my best self and to do what is right. And this may mean at times forgoing what may be easiest or least resistant. Graduates, in closing, I charge you to do good. And no, I do not mean well, English teachers. Do good in the world. Be kind and care about others that have done so to you. And once you've conquered your own mountains, set your anchor in deeply to support the climbs of others towards their pursuit of their own lofty goals. So as you write the final words of this chapter, we are glad to have been a footnote in your journey. So go big and go bold, but most importantly, go Knights. Thank you and congratulations.
At this time, the Honorable Ann Coker, Bermuda District School Board Representative and Board Chair, will share remarks with our graduates.
Thank you. Good afternoon, and congratulations, class of 2025. My name is Ann Coker, and I have the pleasure of representing the Bermuda District on the school board. Graduates, you are the 117th graduating class of Thomasdale High School. You made it. There are so many people surrounding you today that are so incredibly proud of all that you have accomplished. From your parents, grandparents, siblings, teachers, mentors, and friends, everyone who has helped you get to where you are today. Let's give them a round of applause. So today I'm going to speak to you from the perspective of a loving parent, a parent that has watched you grow from a newborn to a kindergartner and now a senior. I'm reading this speech as a very proud mom whose son is graduating with you today. So I'm going to start with a story, then some words of encouragement, and of course end with a little motherly advice. Once upon a time, a young boy was walking along a beach after a storm where thousands of starfish had washed ashore. He noticed that the starfish were drying out and soon would die if not returned to the ocean. Determined to help, he began picking them up one by one and throwing them back into the water. As he worked to get the starfish back into the ocean, a man approached him and asked, "Why are you doing this? Look at this beach. You can't save all these starfish. You can't possibly make a difference." The boy paused, feeling a bit deflated by his words. However, after a moment, he bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it into the ocean, saying, "I made a difference to this one." Inspired by his determination, the man began to help him, and soon others joined in, throwing starfish back into the sea. Together, they saved many starfish that day. This story is a simple one, but powerful reminder that our actions, no matter how small, can have a profound impact on the lives of others. In a world that often seems overwhelming, the small things we do still matter. One act of kindness, one moment of courage, one decision to do the right thing when no one else is watching. These actions ripple out farther than we will ever know. You can make a difference in this world, and we need you. Every act of kindness helps, and it doesn't matter how big or small. Now, today's graduation is a little extra special for me. As I mentioned earlier, my son Matthew is among you graduating today. To be here to congratulate him, hand him his diploma, and tell him how proud his father and I are of the person he has become is one of my proudest moments. We can't wait to see where life will take you. And I know every parent and grandparent and guardian in this room feels the same way about each and every one of you. Because 13 years ago, you started on your educational journey with the goal of reaching today. There are so many amazing adventures and opportunities ahead of you. You are young and this world will be yours one day. Take the chance, be bold, embrace the adventure. You are in control of your story. This is your opportunity to spread your wings and explore your dreams. Let's give a round of applause to all of our students. As you take this next journey in your life, my wish for you is that you always take a small step and reach for your dreams. Remember to stay humble, remember to be kind, remember you are loved, and remember to call your mom and simply ask, "How was your day?" It will mean more to her than you will ever know. From the lyrics of one of my favorite songs, my wish for you is this life becomes all that you want it to, that your dreams stay big and your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. This is my wish. For the last 13 years, your teachers and parents have been helping you mold the keys to your future. And today we're handing them to you. So go. Go, Thomasdale Knights, and unlock the door to your future. And remember, you are a Thomasdale Knight always. So once a knight, always a knight. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are so proud of you.
We would like to invite the Honorable Jim Engel, Bermuda District Board of Supervisors representative, to the stage to share remarks with our graduating class.
Wow. I don't know how to follow a proud mom that gave great advice, or a school superintendent that gave one of the best graduation speeches I've ever heard. But I'm glad to be up here. Good afternoon, class of 2025. Good afternoon, class of 2025. You all can make some noise at your graduation. Come on. Again, I'm Jim Engel, the Bermuda District Supervisor and Chair of the Board of Supervisors. It's a pleasure to be here and be a part of your special day. Graduates, congratulations on this outstanding achievement. As a specialty center for the arts, Thomas Dale has provided excellent opportunities for you all to become shining stars of imagination and expression. You spent your high school careers developing your craft, whether in music, theater, dance, visual arts, or all of the other opportunities you've had in school. You've worked hard, taken risks, and made mistakes, and become more confident in the process. That courage, vulnerability, and commitment are what makes you artists and leaders. Your creativity is not just a gift, it's a responsibility. We need your voices and your vision to influence and inspire others to find theirs. Lastly, there are so many here supporting each and every one of you. Graduates, I urge you to find time throughout all of today's excitement and celebration to thank your loved ones for their encouragement, guidance, and unwavering belief in you. And on behalf of the Chesterfield County Board of Supervisors, I extend my sincerest congratulations to you, the greatest of success as you step into your next stage in this journey. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our distinguished guests for your inspirational words and continued support of our graduates. The presence of our community leaders demonstrates the value of public education and a reminder of the importance of paying good deeds forward, paying good deeds, motivation, and positivity forward. Thank you for your unwavering support of Thomas Dale High School and our amazing school community. Before she rejoins her class, please join me in giving a warm round of applause for Kalish Trent, Senior Class President. Also, I would like to thank all of our parents, students, and family members who are here with us today in support of our graduates. Special remembrance to the family members, staff, and loved ones who are not physically here with us, but are always in our hearts. A graduation is the climax of academic achievement. This event is not possible without dedicated educators who put students first and work hard to support shared goals. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to the amazing faculty and staff of Thomas Dale High School and educators throughout Chesterfield County for guiding the class of 2025 on this remarkable journey. This is one of my favorite parts of the ceremony. It is with honor that we present to you the top 10 ranked graduates of the class of 2025. Students, please stand when your name is called. At number 10, with a GPA of 4.83, Ashley Vega Valdez. At number 9, with a GPA of 4.88, Ella Hoskin. At number 8, With a GPA of 4.89, Bridget Downs. At number 7, with a GPA of 4.9, Samira Farouk. At number 6, with a GPA of 4.91, Julia Wayne. At number 5, with a GPA of 4.93, Maggie Steinbreaker. At number 4, with a GPA of 4.95, Macy Mapp. At number 3, with a GPA of 4.96, Mateo Paul. Now our salutatorian, with a grade point average of 5.015, Samantha Thath. Now put your hands together for the valedictorian of the class of 2025 with a GPA of 5.029, Kirsten Mayton. Let's give our top 10 graduates another round of applause, and our valedictorian and salutatorian, please approach the stage. Thank you. You can hear them coming. First up, our salutatorian, Samantha Fath. Give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to the class of 2025. Clap it up for them. For those who don't know me, my name is Samantha Fath, and I would like to start by extending my gratitude and appreciation to my wonderful parents, my siblings, my friends, Mrs. Bernard, Mrs. Jones, and the Specialty Center Theater Department, as well as all the teachers I've had throughout my years here for supporting me and helping me get to where I am today. But I would especially like to recognize and thank Miss Gifford, as she inspired the message I share with you today. Unbeknownst to us, one day we picked up our Zuzu pets, Hot Wheels, Squinkies, and Beyblades for the last time. When that chapter of our life ended, we began a new one full of bikes without the training wheels, vibrant makeup, silly patterns, and various sports. And just like the last, that chapter came to an end. Throughout life, we've conquered chapter after chapter and arrived here at this moment, ready to start anew. While today may mark an ending, this time around, we begin a new book in the series of our lives. We're at a point of leaving everything we're familiar with and heading out into the unknown. As we stand at the door of this new world full of possibilities, it's important to think about the journey that brought us here. Remember those first steps through the doorway of Thomas Dale? Back then, we were nervous about the future. But now, after 4 years, we stand here, changed, and ready to take on anything that comes our way. From our earliest days, we've been like sponges absorbing water. as we absorbed the world around us, our parents, the shows we watched, and even the things we just become who we are by contributing to the formation of our personalities. We've absorbed mannerisms, adopted catchphrases, and created our own habits, each one a fundamental element in the construction of who we are. However, this process doesn't conclude. Our personalities are ever-changing, confined and reshaped by the people we meet and the experiences we share. As we've navigated through life, we've encountered an array of individuals, each leaving their unique imprint on our identity. Friends, teachers, and even people we meet just once can change who we are. We learn new jokes, see things differently, and find ourselves adding new aspects to our personalities. These influences become ingrained in our behavior, shaping how we react to situations, make decisions, and interact with the world. The fascinating part is how these traits stick with us, subtly influencing our actions and thoughts long after the initial interaction. It's like each person we meet is a different stream of water, and each encounter adds a different characteristic to the mix, changing our composition and filling our sponge even more. However, life is not without its share of departures. People come and go, whether through natural separations or the inevitable sting of loss. While these farewells can be painful, they serve as a reminder of the enduring impact that others have on our lives. Nonetheless, the mannerisms, humor, and traditions we've absorbed from those who have left us do not simply vanish. Instead, we carry their legacies forward, sharing their stories and traits with new acquaintances, ensuring that their essence lives on through us. Meaning that no one ever really leaves us. Even though someone's physical presence may be gone, they remain an essential part of our lives, and our sponges stay full with attributes from their unique stream of water, never letting a single. So, as we move forward, let us remember that we are not just individuals, but also carriers of the numerous memories and traits of those who have touched our lives. We are the total of our experiences, the embodiment of the influences we have embraced, and the legacy of those who have come before us. As we walk out of the door of the Siegel Center today and wave goodbye to people who we may not see again in our lifetime, let us carry with us the lessons we have learned, the friendships we have forged, and the memories we have created. Let us never forget the journey that has brought us here and the people who filled our sponges along the way. Thank you, class of 2025, and in the words of Dr. Mack, go Knights!
That was pretty good. It is now my pleasure to present the top student of the graduating class of 2025. Put your hands together for Kirsten Mayton.
Let's give Sam a hand one more time. She made me a little emotional up here. Okay. Good afternoon, friends, family, my mom in the back who's probably already crying, and my dad who is pretending not to. T5. You're gonna hear this a lot today. We made it. I know that many of you are hoping that the speech is short, and others of you may be asking yourselves, who is this girl, and what is she about to drone on about? It's okay, I get it. Graduation speeches tend to be a little predictable and even monotonous at times. So I'm gonna try my best today to not give you an ultra-formal speech and just pretend like I'm talking to a fellow classmate. I hope that my last message to the class of 2025 resonates with some of you, including adults in the room, who need a reminder about what's important in life. I want to take a moment to ask you a few questions. Families, you can participate as well. Raise your hand if everything, leaving home, starting your career, or answering the call to serve our country, amongst other things, is beginning to feel like a reality. No one? This seems like not a lot of hands. This isn't starting to feel real to y'all? Okay. Well, those of you who raised your hands, you can put them down. Now raise your hand if you've felt like these last 4 years have flown by, but also taken a millennium to get through. Yeah, okay, more hands. I like that. Okay, me too. You can put your hands down. That's the funny thing about time. At the moment, it feels like things will never end, that test you've been dreading for weeks, or that one class that takes all of your energy, and maybe even a little caffeine boost could get through. But it's weird. All of a sudden, when you're not looking, time speeds up, and suddenly you're standing here in a cap and gown, trying your best to remember where the last 4 years went. Many of us grew up begging our parents for one more hour before bedtime, one more night added onto our week-long sleepover, Kendall, where are you? Or one more episode of our favorite show before we turned the channel to something more suitable for the entire family. Okay. The point is, we were always trying to make time slow down, even if just for a second, but it never did. In middle school, I was wishing I could grow up faster. I saw the big kids in high school and wanted to be just like them. But now that we're at the finish line, I wish I could hit the pause button and rewind to some of my favorite chapters of childhood. When my brothers and I would play popcorn on the trampoline, or Kendall and I would make rubber band bracelets and sell them at the end of my driveway. Yes, we were businesswomen at the ripe age of 8. But the thing about time is that it doesn't ask permission. Instead, it keeps moving, and no matter how tightly we tried to hold on to a moment, it slips through our fingers and becomes a distant memory. And now, here we are, the big kids that I looked up to in middle school, with caps on our heads and diplomas in reach. And I'd be willing to bet that many of us would trade just a sliver of this moment to go back to a time when freeze tag at recess was the most stressful part of our day. I know I would, because now we realize that those little things, they were never little. They were the moments that built us. It was the late night drives with friends when life was just a little too much to handle alone, the FaceTime calls that would go on for hours on end, and the chaotic group projects that made you question your choice in friends to begin with that somehow made everything feel okay. And that's the primary thing I want you all to take away from this. Don't take the small things for granted. One day, these moments from high school will be the stories you tell your children and grandchildren, and they will go on to tell their children, guess what your grandma was like when she was your age. In other words, it's easy to chase achievements. Trust me, I get it. But at the end of the day, it's not the titles, test scores, or trophies that stay with you. It's the moments that didn't seem important until they were over that influence who you are and who you will continue to be. So take my advice, not as valedictorian, but as just another person trying to figure out life like the rest of you. Do not, and I repeat, do not sacrifice relationships or self-fulfillment for achievement. Do not chase validation from others so much that you lose sight of what truly matters to you. And please, for goodness sake, do fingertips, because you're too focused on what's to come next. My mom always told me, shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. When I was little, I thought that this meant I had to have a clear idea of where I was going, what was to come next, but I have a newfound appreciation for this advice because I now interpret it to mean that I should not be afraid to dream boldly, and it's okay if I land somewhere unexpected because there's no expectation to begin with. And if there's one thing that high school has taught me, it's that not a single one of us can be defined by a single adjective. You're not just an athlete, an artist, or an academic. You're a complex, multi-layered individual who is a masterpiece and a work in progress all at once. So own every side of who you are and recognize that you don't need to have it all figured out to have a purpose. When facing whatever comes next, know that you matter for who you are, not just for what you achieve. Life will always try to put you into a box, but you are far too interesting for that. Be a planner and a dreamer, be goofy and serious, but never feel like you have to settle for just one or the other. All of us are trying to figure out life, and I'm sure many of the adults in the room would agree with this statement, but we're doing it together, and that's what matters. Before I close, I wanted to take a moment to thank you. Thank you to my mom and dad. Your love and strength and sacrifices have shaped me more than words can ever express. To my grandma, Grandpa Joe, and Grampy, thank you for your wisdom, your warmth, and for cheering me on every step of the way. To all of my teachers out there, thank you for challenging me, guiding me, and investing in who I am in and beyond the classroom. And to my friends, thank you for the late night talks, the uncontrollable laughter, and for showing me the beauty of being fully myself. I wouldn't be standing here today without each of you. Can we give them a round of applause really quick? Now, I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to say something about my Grammy, who unfortunately is not with us today, but who is absolutely here in spirit, probably standing right beside me. She was valedictorian of her high school in West Virginia, and she strongly believed in the power of education, kindness, and making others feel seen. Although I wish she were here today, I carry her legacy with me. I feel her pride, I feel her love, and I know that she'd be so proud of each and every one of us for making it to this point. So in honor of my Grammy and to all the other people in our lives who have helped us get here, let's carry forward the lessons that we've learned during the last 4 years and be sure to recognize our full potential. Class of 2025, we've been through a lot together, including a pandemic. We've laughed, we've cried, and navigated a world that isn't always fair and doesn't always make sense. But we are more than just what we've accomplished during high school. We are the friendships we've built, the moments frozen not in time, but in memory. Moving forward, let's remember to appreciate the small things in life. Your story matters, whether you're aware of what it will look like or not. So make sure to be present in the moment and don't be too focused on chasing the next thing that you lose sight of what's right in front of you. Congratulations, class of 2025. Don't rush the moments, live them.
Outstanding job. Let's give them another round of applause as they head back to their seats. Samantha and Kirsten, you all are outstanding representatives of the Thomas Dale High School community. Sam, you can go back to that. It's all right. Outstanding representatives of the Thomas Dale community. They have incredibly bright futures and can't wait to see what unfolds for you all. Let's give them one more round of applause. My name is Anthony McLaurin. I'm proud principal of Thomas Dale High School, and more importantly, the proud father of a class of 2025 graduate. Good evening, Thomas Dale families, friends, and dedicated faculty, and most importantly, our shining stars, the unstoppable class of 2025. Clap it up for them. What a privilege it is to stand before you at this incredible moment, on the threshold of everything you've dreamed of and everything that you've worked so hard to achieve. Today is a celebration of your resilience, your growth, and the limitless future that lies ahead. You've come of age in a complicated world. You've witnessed division, uncertainty, and moments when hope seemed hard to find. And yet, despite it all, you pushed forward. You've learned, adapted, overcome, and discovered the power of your own voice. And now, as you stand ready to take your next steps into college, technical training, the military, entrepreneurship, or straight into the workforce, I want to remind you of a truth that is bigger than any obstacle you will ever face. It's captured perfectly in the words of Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Class of 2025, the question is no longer if you can succeed. It's whether you have the courage to let your light shine unapologetically, whether you embrace the full measure of your brilliance, your creativity, and your power, even when the world tries to convince you to play small. We often ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? But today, I ask you, who are you not to be? You are a child of the Most High. You were born with a purpose, filled with potential, and destined to do incredible things. Don't dim your light to make others feel comfortable. Don't shrink so that the world around you feels less intimidated by your greatness. The world needs you to shine brightly, boldly, and without hesitation. Because when you do, you give others the permission to do the same. When you walk in confidence, you inspire confidence in others. When you rise above fear, you help others to rise with you. As you go forward, there will be moments when fear creeps in. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. In those moments, remember this: you were born to make manifest His glory that is within you. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And know that wherever your journey leads, whether it's a college campus, a military base, a new business venture, or hands-on skilled work, Thomasdale High School and our Chester, Virginia community will always be here for you. The castle will always be home. We will always be your biggest cheerleaders. So go forward with your head held high and your heart open. Dream boldly, love deeply, fail forward. And no matter how hard you travel, always remember that you were never meant to hide. You were born to shine. Many of you have shined during your time here in the castle, and I'd like to acknowledge some of our shining stars in the castle and encourage you to shine for years to come. First, I'd like to recognize our students for their acts of service and leadership. Will the officers for the class of 2025 please stand to be recognized at this time? This year's officers, please remain standing. Please stand also if you have served as a class officer at any other time prior to senior year. Please join them if you've served as a class officer at any time prior to senior year. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Next, we'd like to recognize all students who served as mentors to underclassmen at Thomas elementary schools throughout Chesterfield County. Please stand at this time. Awesome. Please stand if you participated in a club or honor society during your time at Thomasdale. Beautiful. Thomasdale Athletics have provided us with many reasons to cheer over the past 4 years. Please stand if you played or managed a JV or varsity sport: golf, tennis, swimming, wrestling, cheerleading, basketball, football, soccer, volleyball, track, field hockey, or any sport at Thomasdale. Please remain standing if you competed in a regional, state, or national competition for your sport. Finally, please remain standing if you competed for a state championship in your sport or activity during your high school tenure. Thank you. We are incredibly proud of the academic accomplishments of our students. As many of you are aware, Thomasdale High School is home to the Specialty Center for the Arts in Chesterfield County. Our students are truly among the most talented in the Commonwealth. If you have not treated yourself to witness the artistic gifts of our students, treat yourself next year. Please stand if you participated in a play, concert, showcase, or any public demonstration of your artistic abilities at Thomasdale High School. Please remain standing if you are a member of the Thomasdale High School Specialty Center for the Arts. Outstanding. Many of our graduates also developed career readiness skills during their time in high school. Please stand if you participated in classes at the Chesterfield County Public Schools Career and Technical Centers during your high school tenure and earned a CTE credential. And finally, students, please stand if you have. We have had well over 200 students to earn graduate status by earning a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. If you've earned a grade point average of 3.5 or higher, please stand. Fantastic. Thank you to all who stood for your contributions to the Thomas Dale High School community. Class of 2025, the world is waiting for the light that only you can bring. At this time, we'd ask Night Scene and our chamber singers to come forward. They're going to give us a selection of The Road Home by Stephen Paulus. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Let's keep the applause going. Outstanding job. At this time, we'll ask our choir to return to their seats, our graduating members of the Thomas Dale Chorus. Thank you. Junior marshals, please come forward in position. Let's give them a round as they walk back to their seats. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. At this time, we would ask that the candidates for graduation please come forward to accept their diplomas.
Carla Michelle Abarca Rivera. Addison Olivia Aberly. Chloe Abrams. Emmy Madeline Acosta. Donovan Adams. Anaya Lynn Addison. Lillian Christine Aegis. Freddie Aldehir Aguilar Franco. Jordan Axel Aguirre Gonzalez. Lanaya Tanya Alexander. Lakai Rondell Alexander. Trayvon Maurice Allen. Brandon Francisco Alvarado Almendarez. Karen Alvarado Iraheda. Gabriel Luis Alvarado. Charles Christian Anderson. Zamari Mikhail Anderson. Desiree Jade Arce. Maria Ann Ardillo. Gabriel Andreas Aries. Jade Jonathan Arnold. Addison Grace Arrowwood. Ash Braden James Ashfield. Logan David Austin. Nathan Alexander Austin. Kaylee Pamela Aviles. Alejandro Ayala IV. Cameron Grace Bake. Roxy Elise Baber. Sean Lamont Baker Jr. Nadia Giselle Balent. Brianna Serenity Banks. Andre LaShawn Barnes. Sebastian Misael Barrera Leon. Kamora My Angel Bartley. Mason Bryant Baskfield. Jesse Lee Bates Jr. Richard Lee Bates III. Catherine Alice Battle. Michael Lee Baylor Jr. Madeline Cheryl Began. Liam Michael Becker. Clifton Antonio Bell Jr. Heidi Elizabeth Belt. Victoria Dawn Bergman. Hope Renna Berry. Mila Sanaa Biddle Molnar. Jessica Danielle Blackman. Aaron Joshua Blake. Aiden Matthew Blankenship. Benjamin Aaron McCoy Blankenship. Lillian Sophia. McKenna Ryan Bogan. Kira Marie Bowling. Raven Leah Bolton Thomas. Aaliyah Marie Booker. Kanaya Michaela Booker. Jaden Edward Booth. Diego Luciano Bourguignon. Nadia Brianne Bowie. Richard Alexander Bowles. Madeline Renee Boyce. Leah Renee Boyd. Jordan Xavier Boykins. Janae Elizabeth Bradley. Kamari Markel Braxton. Dalton Wilmoth Britt. Holland Michelle Brogy. Angel Mariah Brown. LaShawn Janae Denise Brown. Cyangel Labria Star Brown. Tyrell Brown. Chase Corinne Bryant. Daniel Lee Buckingham Jr. Jaylene Cabrera. David Estuardo Cabrera Tercios. Prince Mondre Malpaya Calapati. Paula Maria Calderon Arias. Madison Sierra Callender. Natalie Jane Camacho. Nevaeh Aaliyah Jade Cameron. Jaden Donnell Campbell. Nyla Genesis Campbell. Sally Abigail Campos. Leah Catherine Capelli. Jonathan Stephen Cardona Rivera. Justin Maurice Carpenter. Catherine Ariana Carranza. Ashton Thomas Carter. Melody Renee Carter. Naomi Charlene Carter. Martha Cecilia Casillas Valencia. Hector Renee Castillo Migola. Jayla Shannon Casuccio. Ryan Caleb Cathers. Andrew Clayton Cathy. Shaylee Rose Sensowisky. Anna Emily Centeno Aviles. Luis Chavez Sanchez. Tyler Jordan Chavis. Tyler Andrew Sherfields. Paul. Rihanna Michelle Christian. Lucas Ciacella. Caroline Amanda Clark. Keely Sienna Clausen. Alexander Kenneth Clay. Lily Grace Klingenpeel. Matthew Eugene Coker. Sarah Rose Collins. Anna Lamar Cook. Vanessa Yasmin Correa. Cornell Velasco. Camila Estrella Correa Hernandez. Kelsey Leanne Cothran. Cash. Paul Zane Carter Croft. Azari Denise Cromarty. London Carlise Moy Crooks. Adriana Marissa Cuestas. Emily Corinne Cully. Lila Mae Curry. Bailey Ray Daniel. McKenna Rose Doherty. Damian Davidson Jr. Hayden Taylor Davidson. Colin Thomas Davis. Tion Jaden Davis. Esmeralda Elizabeth De Leon Trujillo. Esperanza Vanessa De Leon Trujillo. Zaneth De La Cruz. Tyler Monroe Dean. Zachary Logan DeLong. Darlin Daniela Diaz. Pablo Diaz Tinoco. Reina Lisette Diaz Garcia. Casey Grace Dobra. Eddie Noel Dorings. Diamonique Monaya Donald. Bridget Claire Downs. Robert Caleb DeRoe Rogers. Mackenzie Annette Duffus. Khalees Malia Dunbar. Gabriella Duran Humanzor. Shamari Navon Earls. Sarah Marie Edens. Brock Emmanuel Edley. Scott Edmonds. Jamal Tahid Wali El Amin. Hayden Michael Elam. Riley Ann English. Raquel Spain Estes. Jonathan Eli Estrada Rodriguez. Brian Jesus Estupian. Sanai Lynn Etheridge. Darian Lawrence Evans. Jayla Kadira Evans. Jalay Kadira Evans. Caleb Duval Evans. Mila Erica Evans. Isaiah Saeed Farag. Samira Aliana Farouk. Brandon Andrew Farrow. Samantha Elizabeth Fath. Michael Dylan Fedorko. Jeremiah Noel Feliciano. Ashlyn Ruth Ferraro. Brianna Kenley Fields. Zamarian Dakare Fennell. Trinity Renita Finney. Zachary Michael Fisk. Jocelyn Flores Herrera. Lucio Flores. Camille Lene Flowers. James Hamilton Forrest Jr. Xavier Love Forts. Aaliyah Monet Foster. Brylan Jaleel Francis. Celeste Catherine Rivka Friedman. Rylan William Fry. Cadence J. Lee Fullerton. Deanna Galindo. Kelsey Jeanette Garcia. Kevin Sebastian Garcia. Luis Alexander Garcia Camacho. Anthony Zuriel Garcia Cuevas. Carla Brisady Garcia Pineda. Marlon Nicole Garcia Rodriguez. James Edward Gardner V. Joseph Amir Gary. Sasha Nicole Garzone. Jonathan Michael Gates Jr. Rogine Roxana Gassemi Barris. Jordan Elizabeth Gibson. Micah Rashawn Gilchrist. Amari Zamari Gills. Jermaine Marvell Gills. Ashley Ann Glenn. Lucia Gomez Bautista. Teresa Maya Gomez Gonzalez. Bianca Michaela Good. Anna Cecilia Golden. Azriel Michaela Graham. Jalen Capri Graham. Emma Lynn Gray. Keelan Alexander Green. Kristen Nicole Green. Alfred Clinton Green IV. Joshua Alexander Greer. Madison Alexander Griffin. Tabitha Lynn Griffin. Cameron Paige Williams. Tatiana Andrea Gorilla Aguila. Yazareth Gutierrez. Dariella Jatsiri Gutierrez Garza. Brian Alexander Guzman Pena. Jeffrey Alexander Guzman Quintero. Caitlin Marie Hamilton. Timothy Dwayne Ham II. Haley Madison Hammonds. Ariana Violet Harris. Jaden Tyler Harris. Jonah Ethan Harris. Lindsay Ann Harris. Michael Lamont Harris Jr. Mackenzie Anaya Harvey. Brianna R.E. Hatch. Caroline Grace Hawthorne. Alexis Renee Hayes. Gracie Ann Hedrick. Anna Carol Helmick. Micaiah Ayana Henderson Milner. Isaiah Matthew Henry. Bradley Victor Hernandez. David Joseph Hernandez Asensio. Shayna Nicole Kingston Hertz. Ollie Michael Hickman. Andrea Elizabeth Hidalgo Torres. Mia Harvey Higgs. Justin Tavares Hill. Nijon Zyquin Rasan Hines. Gretchen Deborah Hodell. Ashaya Lasita Hodge. Zariq Lamar Hodges. Kennedy Marie Hollins. Austin Christine Holmes. Cameron Marquise Horn. Ella Josephine Hoskin. Jordan Cameron Howell. Evelyn Paige Huban. Ariel Dominique Hunter. Devin Kyle Hurley. Julian Blaine Imhoff. Blossom Ipieta. Dion Chris Jackson. Nyasia Marae Jackson. Kevin Joseph Gijo. Anaya Nevea Johnson. Alexander Johnson. Trinity Jalen Johnson. Idell Jude Jonas. Bryson Robert Jones. Rashawn Tyleek Jones. Zion Amandre Jordan. Tiara Renee Joseph. Aaron David Joshi. Stephanie Juarez Paredes. Cameron Zoe Jurgens. Gurneet Carr Kong. Kara Riley Keaton. Komari Kajiron Kelly. Madison Lavina Kemp. Maximilian Sung Kim. Angel Janae King. Hannah Marie King. Justin Daniel Kissar. Jasmine Monet Kitt. Mark Gavin Climack. Maria Noel Clivert. Mackenzie Drew Krentz. Layla Elise Lamison. Pastor. Xander Anthony Lastraps. Yenka Tajuddin Lawal Jr. Josiah Nahoon Lawson. Kaheem Antoine Elijah Lawson. Majesty Jewel Lawson. Thu An Lay. William Christopher Jones Leak, Jr. Amir Isaiah Lee. Amira Serenity Lee. Sophia May Leon. Adriana Marie Lewis. Kaishane Anaya Lewis. Ramira Marie Lewis. Meredith Ann Lively. Aaron McKinley Locust. Brianna Jordan Lofton. Abigail Sophia Longworth. Ron Allen Loper, Jr. Diana Isela Lopez Diaz. Mariana Lopez Martinez. Valentina Lopez Rodriguez. Grace Margaret Ann Laux. Allison K. Love. Camille Anaya Lowe. Ahmad Nijay Lundy. Jack Alexander Lynch. Macy May Mapp. Cindy Daniela Mariquin. Marshall. Jalel Zaki Marshall. Jamil Taki Marshall. Edmund Menjavar Martell Hopkins, Jr. Abigail Catherine Martins. Braylon Antonio Martinez. Jose Enrique Martinez Celestino. Jasmine Martinez Lopez. Benjamin Martinez Vivar. Sophia Marie Moshak. Alanje Faithy Jayana Mason. Kamaya Amari Mason. Jordan Elizabeth Mathis. Dre Asia Ariana Frenchelle Mattox. Noah Peyton Morrow. Gary Leandrew Mayfield III. Kirsten Brianne Mayton. Kenneth Sawyer McCabe. Daniel Lewis McDowney Jr. Kyla Leanne McFadden. Jesse Catan McFarland Jr. Cameron Elijah McLaurin. Zanaya Janae Isabel McNeil. Jaden Tyshawn Mealy. Ethan Paul Medley. Destiny Viviana Badrano. Christopher Jose Mejia Escobar. Kayla Amanda Melanson. Stacy Vanessa Menjavar Lemus. Jocelyn Xiomara Mercenario Viterbo. Quadir Sincere Merrick Crenshaw. Kaylee Thea Malazzo. Alan Millian Nahara. Belinda Elvira Molina Gonzalez. Jocelyn Jasmina Monroy Correa. Brianna Jade Montefusco. Aiden Bryce Moody. Ariel Sanai Moore. Elliot Nicole Moore. Kayla Alyssa Moore. Princess Alea Moore. Morales. Brian Antonio Morales Benitez. Hugo Alexandro Morales Catalan. Pedro Antonio Morera III. Dylan Michael. Jaron Ahmad Morgan. Today, Mauricio Murray. Nigel Jalil Morris. Kennedy Sean Morrow. Joshua Dominic Moultrie. Nyla Daisha Moultrie. Sawyer Jack Muldoon. Anaya Caden Muldrow. Josiah Terrell Muzak. Brianna Celine Gabrielle Mowendar. Ashmith Nair. Rashath Semi Nambiar. Zaria Monet Napper. Ace Marcus Nash. Anthony Alexander Navarro Lopez. Victor Daniel Navarro Lopez. Tyler Preston Neesmith. Bao Gia Wen. Rita Unsing Ni. Serenity Temperance Samaya Nicholson. Tajan Maurice Norman. Joanna Araceli Nunez Bonilla. Astrid Janarith Nunez Reyes. Obadumole Pinyel Aduayo Abishope Akike. Zena Chukudinma Joel Okoye. Tracy Marie Oldacre. Ziane Grace O'Neill. Athalia Grace Oriente. Estefany Ortega Franco. Lena Sofia Ortegon Montanez. Azaria Zamaya Owens. Corey Chester Parker. Gavin Michael Parker. Natalie Grace Parrott. Aman Xavier Parsons. Mira Grace Paraskevich. Aurora Pastelacqua. Aria J. Patel. Ashton Lee Patterson. Nakia Lamont Patterson Jr. Mateo Jean Hoon Paul. Nicholas Sean Peel. Kyra Ashante Pegram. LaRon Selvin Pegram Jr. Rosemary Pelez. Wilbur Annabal Pelez Pelez. Liliana Alexia Perez Rubio. Emily Jocelyn Perez. Adrian Michael Perez Sanchez. Jonathan Salvador Pettiton. Riley Michael Haskin Peters. Edward Mulholland Peterson. Mackenzie Amani Peterson. Brian T.N. Cack Fan. Janaya Renee Phillips. Riley Madison Phillips. Diego Pinales Martinez. Alan Emmanuel Pineda. Kamaya Noel Pleasance. Jemiah Khalees Rachel Puller. Emerson Yair Portillo Mancia. Kenneth Jermaine Powell. Jordan Alexander Pratt. Brandon Isaiah Price. Elena Joy Probst. Hunter John Pulley. Soraya Elena Qualis. Elijah David Quick. John Isaiah Ragsdale. Melina May Guadalupe Ramirez. Mariana. Mercea Amaris Randall. Christian DeWard Garnet Ray. Ethan Evans Reith. Wilfredo Orlin Reyes Vasquez. Nevea Destiny Reyes. Cohen Thomas Richardson. Nevea Alexis Ricks. Angel Daniel Rivera. Jason Tennyson Robin. Jasmine Kamani Roberts. Tyler Michael Robertson. Chelsea Paola Rodriguez. Kara Lee Rose. Jada Claudette Ross. Travell Spencer Ross. McKenna Shannon Royster. Justin Alexandro Ruiz Amaya. Eric Eduardo Ruiz Cabrera. Zanaya Kimari Russell. Jan Lexus Sanchez Cupelas. Jen C. Christina Sanchez Flores. Marianne Grisel Sandy Camacho. Hervey Santos. Jasmine Tanaya Sanchez. Ruby Marie Sawyer. Grayson Wayne Shack. Imani Kalia Scott. Jonas Jamari Scott. Sanaya Ayante Sang. Sayel Jada Lee Sang. Liliana Maria Seipel. Emma Catherine Seitz. Jeremiah Christian Sellers. Hannah Lee Saradarian. Cecilia Abigail Shaver. Cameron Jamal Shaw. Talia Zanaya Shaw. Harrison Robert Sheets. Cooper Michael Shepard. Raina Ivy Marie Shepperson. Brandon Edward Sherrod Jr. Carly Jean Sickinger. Harper Avery Seiferman. Eric LaShawn Sims. Filiberto de Jesus Simon Roca. Nelijah Shamir Smart. Adriana Victoria Antoinette Smith. Aiden Connor Smith. Jeremiah Sterling Smith. Kiana Devanye Smith. Michael James Spiros Smith. Nashawn Wendell Smith. Shinobian Lonell Smith. Alexa Elizabeth Sneed. Rain. Kylie Maria Spears. Evan Olivia Stank. Ariana Staten. Maggie Grace Steinbreaker. Marcel Armani Stevens. Jordan Devon Stokes. Benjamin Kenneth Edward Strait. Malachi Jordan Swain. Casey Kalani Lee Sidnor. Christian Joseph Shuba. Frida Clay Tarley. Camden Shay Tasker. Carmen Nicole Taylor. Jordan Trayvon Taylor. Keisiah Lamont Taylor. Layla Brooke Taylor. Ariana Danielle Thomas. Cameron Joy Thomas. Dequan Lamar Thomas Jr. Jordan Isaiah Thomas. Kennedy Zore Thompson. Rylan Stoner Thompson. Joshay Karen Marie Thorne. Jayana Monet Thorpe. Tashar Devon Thurman. Aaliyah Pearl Tillman. Azaria Ann Timmons. Deshaun Monte Rich Toombs. Kalis Yvette Trent. Troy Connor Trujillo. Aiden Trent Tucker. Jordan Alexander Tucker. Maya Marie Turberville. Avery Jennifer Turner. Kiera Ruth Turner. Marie. Aviance Ione Tyler. Karen Elise Tyler. Kamaria Christina Lee Tyree. Celeste Isamar Valencia Zambrano. Ari Jaden Van Zant. Gabriella Natalia Vargas. Christian Jessiel Vasquez Ortiz. Ashley Sapphire Vega. Ashley Hun-Ayi Vega Valdez. Jalen Maya Vera. Samaya Helen Waldo. Nolan Patrick Walker. Reagan Victoria Wall. Jalen James Wallace. Ariana Destiny Wallen. Delwan Amare Waller. Draylon Rajan Lee Waller. Dion Elizabeth Washington. Jameson Ray Washington Jr. Xavion Ramon Watkins. Noah Keith Watson. Braden Lane Watts. Julia Kamatanyi Wayne. Daniel Braden Webb. Jacob Hunter Webb. Kendall Grace Wells. Samantha Helen West. Catherine Elizabeth Wetstein. Jaden Michael White. Nasir Alante White. Iviana Naraya Whittington. Tanasia Kathleen Wiley. Tiasia Iona Wilkins. Aiden Todd Williams. Antonio J. Williams. Dominique Celestine Williams. Gavin Nathaniel Williams. Precious Unique Williams. Simone Brianna Williams. Zephaniah Mikael Williams. Whitney Ann Williamson. Justin Matthew Willis. Shatik Lamin Devro Willis. Ayana Nijay Wilson. Heaven Rose Wilson. Tyon Eugene Wilson. Trinasia Delois Winfield. Naya Lillian Winfrey. Corinne Isabel Wingo. Damari Jante Winston. Isabel Ann Wolf. Jacob Christopher Wood. Khalil Del Monte Woodards Good. Brianna Renee Woody. Kira Danya Young. Anna Divine Butts. Marquise Novell Davis. Vanessa Jamilith Cruz Morales. I'm just keeping with you for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, our final graduate, Verkees Kewan Zimmerman.
Thomasdale High School, class of 2025, please stand. I certify that these candidates have met the requirements established by the Commonwealth of Virginia and Chesterfield County, and they are now eligible to receive their diplomas. I ask that you now move your tassels from the right to the left. Wait, not yet, not yet, not yet. By the power vested in me by the School Board of Chesterfield County Public Schools, I now pronounce that you are graduates of Thomasdale High School, class of 2025. At this time, I would ask that parents and other guests refer to the program for the words of the Thomasdale High School alma mater. Our alma mater was written by a 1951 graduate of Thomasdale High School and has been sung at every graduation since then. Following the singing of the alma mater, our graduates will recess. You may meet them in the patio area outside the entrance of Broad and Harrison. Now please rise and join the Thomasdale Chorus in the singing of the alma mater and remain standing for the recession. Thank you.